Welcome, everyone. The desire for immortality. I know it sounds really ridiculous, right? It's like who'd believe that exists? The ego does. We do. And it's such an interesting little desire to find in one of its best friends that comes along for the ride. And I want to talk about that today and how we engage with this, what obviously is ridiculous desire, but deep down inside, we truly believe. As many of you know, I'm Jim Tolles. I am a spiritual teacher. I've been blogging since 2010. You can find me at spiritualawakeningprocess.com, and of course I'm doing these videos. Please feel free to ask questions, and I also want to encourage everyone to subscribe to my free newsletter. It's one of the best ways to stay in touch in this age of digital and social media overload. The desire for immortality. None of us thinks we have this until we start to be confronted by our mortality. And sometimes it's not our mortality. Sometimes we're being confronted by other people's mortality, typically people that we care about. I remember years ago when this desire and this attachment that I didn't fully realize was in me happened. It was when I was about 19 years old, and I found out someone from my high school class had died. And it kicked off this whirlwind of grief inside me that I didn't know that I had. These moments happen, and they illuminate our attachments, our supposition that we will always continue to be alive. We won't. This is a reality. This is a reality the spiritual path serves us best at, and understand that we don't get to be here forever. What are we doing with our time? That really is the big takeaway. But as we journey in this video a little bit longer, we have to go through different levels of pride that thinks, I have all the time. And we hear this illusion of our immortality in interesting ways, with the way that we kind of push things off till later. It's like, well, I'll do that later. And I don't have time for the spiritual path right now. I'll do it later. I don't have time to do this with my children, or to do this with my partner, or to go visit this, or to go start the dream job, or to pursue things that matter to me. I'll do it later. The sense that there's always more time. That is that desire for immortality, that illusion of it, that there's more time some other day. And along with that comes the belief that we will always be healthy and young and vibrant and able to do all these things that we want to do now, but we're going to do later. So I often call this the illusion of impermeability. Impermeability meaning that we can't get hurt, not going to get sick, not going to age. And let's be clear that one of the reasons I have to talk about this is there are spiritual people out there believing that you can be immortal and never get sick, and all you have to do is. Now, on the topics of sickness and health, as many of you know, there's a lot of things that we need to look at today because we are not surrendered to the reality of how to keep a human body healthy. But this isn't magical. This isn't balance your energy in some sort of way. This is balance your diet. Eat more fiber. If you take nothing else from this video today, just take that one. Eat more fiber. There's no way we can imagine that our great ancestors were eating as little fiber today as we are. And the dietary recommendations are honestly laughably small. So there you go. There's the down-to-earth spirituality that you all know and love. It's very confusing for people when they're looking for help, and particularly for those who perhaps are ill, or there is somebody ill in their family. They go looking to spirituality and that hope that deep down that there's some sort of fix that can return and repair the sense of impermeability and maintain the illusion of immortality exists. If someone is lucky, they start to let go of these attachments for themselves and for others, which really shows us how precious life is. Life is precious. Life is quick. You can see how quick things are going for me because I've been doing these videos for a while. Go look at the videos where I have hair. Technically, I still have a fair amount, just not up here. Right? Life just keeps doing what it does. We surrender to life. You can't become immortal. You're a human being. We're not going to wander off into other promises of afterlife and all these types of things, because this is the moment that you're in right now. This is the moment. This is the moment. Let's not push off other things into the future. In the simplest way, I encourage you to learning about what's in your heart and to following your heart, to connecting more with the people you care about in person, not digitally, to taking care of your body, that while you are not impermeable, you can be very healthy when you listen to how the body works. Giving up these illusions, as always, frees us to take care of reality. And that is an immense amount of power. And that is also where you'll find an immense amount of joy.